The UK Prime Minister has said he will not yield to Trump over the tariff threats. Where does the UK and EU stand on this retaliation? And could we see this trade bazooka that Emmanuel Macron suggested? Could we see this being used against US as a retaliation method?
I mean, there's no guessing what we might see. I think we are in unprecedented times, and we're hearing that from the very top of many countries at the moment. It's worth pointing out that this is definitely the strongest rhetoric that I've ever heard Sir Keir Starmer, the British Prime Minister, using in relation to the Trump administration. Up until now, he's been very eager to please and to appease. Of course, we all know that, of course, he wheeled out the royal family, offering this unprecedented second state visit. But since we've been talking so much about Mark Carney, I feel I ought to quote a line from his speech, which I must say really, I think, set him apart in a different class from Trump, just in terms of some of the ideas and arguments that he was setting out. But in that speech, he said, compliance will no longer buy safety. And I think that was really important. That's obviously a view that Starmer has taken. He will not yield. Obviously, there's been this row over the Chagos Islands, which up until, I think even on Monday, Trump was okay with, but on Tuesday decided to shame the UK over because he wanted to pressure the position on Greenland. Now, the UK has a difficult situation because we obviously left the European Union through Brexit. Do we want to go back into the embrace of Europe, who under Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission, who also gave an excellent speech today, said they stand ready to act together and with urgency? Or do they lean towards their traditional special relationship, but that is now no longer reliable? And I think it's a very difficult path to tread. And it's almost like, and I've heard people describe it as a sort of medieval king that you're dealing with, and you never quite know what whim or mood you might be facing. But I think it is absolutely right that on certain things there is a red line. The sovereignty of Denmark and Greenland must be respected. And, otherwise we may well see the end of the 76-year alliance of NATO.